Welcome back, ballroom dance friends. Today's hot topic. If you are not learning both the lead and the follows parts, you are missing out on a great opportunity in many, many, many ways. And I'm going to break that down today, okay? So our ballroom dance friend, Carol Lockwood, has pointed out in the comments accurately that I often resort to saying ladies part, man's part. And trust you me, this is just a bad habit. There is truly only a leads part and a follows part, okay? Though traditionally a lady follows, traditionally a man leads. The reality is they do swap, they can swap, they should swap, and there are same-sex couples as well. And I have taught all sorts of varieties, okay? So it's a bad habit on my part. I'm working to break it. So number one, why should you do the other part? This is a missed opportunity, my friends. It's an irreplaceable feedback loop for you to feel the impact of your dancing and what you're doing when you do your part on your partner, okay? So if you usually lead and you follow someone around the floor, you start to feel, oh, that feels bad when they do this or this. Likewise, if you are a follow or a lady, or even if it's a same-sex couple that just usually follows, I highly recommend, and you do need to lead to truly feel the impact your own dancing has on your partner. Guarantee you do not realize singularly, even if you hear it from your instructor, how much you push and pull on your partner and make it feel less good than it could, okay? Okay, so do the other person's part, okay? Okay, next up. If you compete, and I know many of our ballroom dance friends on this channel do, swapping roles will give you exponentially more compassion for your partner. So it's real easy to criticize, oh, she's hanging on my arm. But you know what? You'll be shocked when you step into your partner's shoes, walk a mile in their shoes, dance a mile in their shoes, how challenging it is. I cannot even tell you how many follows have groused to me. Well, my partner doesn't remember the routine when we're competing. Grouse, 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 grouse. That being said, I guarantee if that partner tried leading in one comp, it would be a dumpster fire. And they would immediately have compassion and respect for their partner, and how challenging it is to do their role. Because honestly, as a lead, not only are you doing your technique and your routine, you're navigating, you're driving the car, so to speak, okay? So follows, please don't get upset with your routine. And even if you just try to lead your partner at a social dance, don't even do your routines. Just try to do bronze basics. I guarantee you will have a whole new level of appreciation for your partner, which helps us get along in practice. That goes a long way, guys. I do see a lot of partnerships with really amazing, beautiful potential just ridiculously break up and split the partnership over not appreciating each other, okay? So highly recommend, even if it's just for social dancing, okay? And I do recommend social dancing, not only with your partner. If you're too shy to do that, at least do it in your practice, or even if you do it around with your teacher. If you're not comfortable doing that in public, I get it. We've all, feel self-conscious. Okay. This might come as a shock to you, but even if you do pro-am, this applies to you too, okay? I often see the pro-am, especially the pro-am follows, including the same-sex follows, succumb to the temptation of just hanging on your partner and being led around the floor. And I do understand, because you are not technically leading and driving the car, you can get away with that. But I guarantee you will feel better in your partner's arms. You will look better on the floor. You will be lighter. You will get the benefits of superior flight if you actively, fully understand the role you are playing. And again, there's always an exception to the rule, but I usually find the follows to succumb to this temptation most, okay? Related to this, as a professional, I want to make my client happy. And you as my student are paying me for my time and the service I'm providing. And you do pay me not to teach in the way I feel like teaching you. You are paying me to teach you in a way that best benefits you, okay? And if I find when I'm teaching someone, I immediately see that follow tense up, or even get angry at me. And guys, it's happened. When I encourage them to learn the other part, I'm only going to push you so hard to do it, because I don't want you to get frustrated and quit dancing, okay? And I do want it to be a joyful experience for you. And in my experience, for most dancers, enjoying their lesson, most people are just social dancers, is even more important to them than becoming a good dancer, okay? So I do take that into account when I'm providing a service to my client. That being said, if I encourage you to do the other person's part, you are doing yourself a disservice and holding yourself back by not at least trying. Now, I'm not saying you need to master the other part. I mean, obviously we all want to master everything, but hey, I get it. There's only so many hours in the day. If you're doing pro-am, you got to pay a lot for that time, and you're trying to learn as much as you can. And maybe you're at more of a beginning level stage of your dance career where you're just trying to get your own part. So I do understand that, especially if you're a beginner. You know what? That is probably a good idea as a beginner just to learn your part. But you know what? As soon as you got that bronze under your belt, do yourself a favor, do your partner a favor. Or if you pro-am or amateur, do your partner a favor and not only learn to lead and follow, but if you're a follow, also learn the choreography, because I do find follows often, I hate to use the word, but they're a little lazy and they don't want to learn. Not only do they not even know their own routine, they don't know, for example, well, what can I do after say a reverse turn? They don't even know what foot they're on next. They're just hanging on their partner. And trust me, you can be a much better dancer, not only in the other person's role, but your role. If you take the time, make that effort to at least try to learn the other person's part, okay? Again, you don't have to master it. Just proactively try to learn the other part, guys. Don't be intimidated. And if you are an amateur, couple, you have the added benefit of having that kind of split lesson. You know, the downside is the whole lesson, you know, aimed at you. No, half at you, half at your partner. But guess what? Instead of just checking out and taking a mental health break when the pro is focused on your partner's part, hey, throw yourself a bone, do yourself a favor, just dance along. If you're too scared to even try doing it with a partner, please take advantage of that wonderful opportunity and at least dance alongside to learn that other person's parts. Okay, guys, once again, Sunny has gone way over the 10-minute mark. So I have a important follow-up video to this. Don't miss it because there are many other benefits to mastering or at least attempting to do both lead and follows part. Highly encourage it. So Carol, thank you so much for your comment. Guys, I love if you have a question, if you have a maybe something you're afraid to ask your teacher, maybe something I'm saying that you're like, hey, that doesn't sound right. Please comment and ask, because if you're thinking it, I guarantee there's tip of the iceberg and 100 other people are having that same question in the back of their head, okay? So I'm going to see you tomorrow morning. I won't do an immediate follow-up video on this tomorrow just because it seems like you guys enjoy when I space these kind of series out a little more, but I'm sure I can fit it in just one more video. I will follow up because it's super important. So friends, try out doing the other person's part. You'll thank me later. And have a fabulous day and happy dancing. Bye, guys.